Right everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the F123 Driver Career Mode with Alpine. This is episode number 53 today for the Canadian Grand Prix of Season 4. If you missed the previous episode at Spain, then I recommend you go and check that one out. Although we did lose out on some engine power there. So yeah, that's the first order of business. Ultimate engine power upgrade. Look how slow we are. Only Williams, surprisingly, in this career mode, Williams are the slowest team on an engine power in a straight line. So yeah, we're going to try and rectify our situation. We've got a few other things to do on the engine as well with our ERS as well, so that's probably going to be next on the list. But yes, that weight reduction upgrade has come through for this episode. So yes, we're closing in. Next stop is Ferrari, who haven't brought an upgrade at all. You know, and it's been a miserable time for the Scuderia anyway. You know, they've gone from being the fastest car to the 5th fastest car in 5 races. You know, it just shows how close this is. Red Bull have edged McLaren slightly as well, but, you know, will they beat Red Bull? Really haven't shown a lot, to be honest, and they're still in a bit of turmoil there as well. But we move to qualifying then for the Canadian Grand Prix. Yeah, Montreal. It used to be a very good track for me, but you know, I mean, we can still get a good result here, I think, as well. But yeah, we're down in P14, so I mean, we're having one of our usual qualifying. And you know, if you've been used to me in season 3 qualifying at the front, then I think you need to get a bit more used to us qualifying outside the top 10 and then doing the top gear from the rear like John Watson used to do back in the 80s. But anyway, I'll talk through this, like, apologies about that. We are slightly up and not as much as we want to be. You know, I'd like to be in the top 10, you know. I'll take being in the even like 10th. I'll take that because, you know, it's something you can work on. You used to notice it in a 1 minute 8.3. I don't think we're going to be anywhere near that. We're going to be in the 1 minute 5s and 1 minute 9.5s. Even, you know, I also tried fiddling about with the wings as well and doing different runs, and it just didn't produce anything else than a 109.6 or 109.5. So yeah, in the end it will come up to the line then. I think that's De Vries is still in the pits, not saying another time. Is this going to be anything good? No, it's P15. To be fair, Tao's struggling a little bit as well. Sonoda takes pole then, so McLaren have crumbled slightly. Albon down in P7, but there's only a 10th separating the top 10th and a half separating the top 9. That is very close. Yeah, we've got a little bit of work to do from P15, but you know, a good start. Who knows? We could be in the top 10. We'll have to see what we can do, though. It is time, though, for the race. Today's Canadian Grand Prix. So, down on the grid in P15, race strategy is a one-stop, of course. Medium to soft is my preferred strategy, although I've not done as much as I've done on previous games because of the undercut being so powerful, but we are going to do it today. A few others on mediums as well at the start. So 5-foot lights then for the Canadian Grand Prix, and away we go. It's a horrible start for both Leclerc and that AlphaTauri, and there's a horrible start for our teammate as well. We've gained, what, 7 positions off the start. Can we get Albon and the Ferrari as well? Try and run the outside. No, there's a bit of a tank slap, but Albon cuts across and we're up though to P8. This is what happened to Magnussen. He just had a dreadful start as well. You know, they just didn't get off the line as well. Albon as well. He actually did have an okay start, and there we come charging down the inside as well. And then obviously he's got the Ferrari of, I think that's Esteban Ocon on the right hand side. Is Ocon. We're going to have a try and capitalise, and there we go. Albon's been forced out by Ocon. We're on the outside. Can we make this work? Yes, we can. Unorthodox place to make a move. But, you know, we saw that Albon has been pushed out by Ocon, and, you know, it's just able to slot by, and that was, you know, unfortunate for Albon. Meanwhile, Tsunoda leads them, but it's George Russell who's up to second, the man who won in Spain last episode, excuse me. You know, our Mercedes finally back in Formula 1. We'll have to wait and see if Russell can turn that into a win. But yeah, we're having a look all over the back of Ocon, who hasn't had the best couple of races since that win on Australia when we DNF'd. You know, we helped him out with that win, to be fair. But we are going to have a look around the outside turn 1. Turn 2, excuse me, down to turn 3. We give Ocon some room, and we're up to P6. So we're making very good progress, you know, and I'll be happy with a P6, but I think we can get more here, you know, there, and obviously a lovely aerial shot here. Ocon, I mean, he was bound to lose time by going defensive. He should have just tucked him behind, really, at that point. Ocon is really slow. He's backing up everyone. Albon, excuse me, is being not getting the move on that Perez has a go at him, although Albon has the better exit there. We're on board with our teammate Teo Pourchaire. He's on the soft tyres, so needs to get a move on. Carlos Sainz is on the he's going around the outside of Carlos Sainz. So when this is while Albon and Perez are busy battling, but Albon is still on top, and he's having a look at Esteban Ocon. Can he get past the Frenchman in the Ferrari around the outside in the third DRS zone? Yes, he can, and that's going to release Albon up the road. Meanwhile, ahead of us, we've got Norris and Verstappen fighting. This is for P4, and Norris is down the inside the DRS zone and up to P4. We've caught up to Max Verstappen, whose tyres I don't know if he's gone off or he's got some sort of that brake issue that he had yesterday in real life or whatever, but there we go. We're down the inside with some DRS and up to P5. So we've made up 10 positions to P5, and we're on a good move. And that's George Russell taking the lead away from Yuki Tsunoda. I wonder if Tsunoda's tyres have gone off. Maybe the soft is not a good race tyre around here. You know, because a lot of people in the top 10 are medium. You can see Russell's actually moved away from Tsunoda. But, oh no! Russell's engine has blown up. So Russell will have no points. The man who won in Spain will not be getting back-to-back victories here in Canada. So we're on board with Teo Pourchaire. He's stuck behind Perez, so he has cleared the Ferraris, or I think possibly coming into the pits. Yeah, but obviously that DNF did slow up Tsunoda and Piastri. We have moved up along with Lando Norris behind us as we drop Verstappen, who's must have some more issue. Norris isn't getting the move on. We thought about the dive, but we have to think better of it. We have to stay behind for now, as that is Piastri having a go at Tsunoda. This is the race lead. Can Tsunoda keep it in round the outside turn 2? He'll have the better racing line, I think, down to turn 3. Who's going to have the inside line? Will it be Tsunoda? Will it be Piastri? It will be Tsunoda, and Norris has been caught napping that we're just going to swoop through. Almost got Piastri as well. But we have got Norris, and we had a look around the outside here, nothing doing there. But yeah, these mediums are fantastic around here. It seems that the soft, maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to see when we get onto the soft tyre. To say, went a little bit deep there, tried to have a look a little around the outside. Piastri obviously had that move cover off. Again, we're having a look around at Piastri now. He's very not that quick. You know, our tyres are still below 25%, just coming up to 25% now on the rears on lap 15. You know, so a few more laps as well. Yeah, Sonoda pits. We're going to make this move and go around the outside. If he'd broken there, we wouldn't have been able to make that move and not pitted. But we have made the move and take the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix. And Norris, is he going to overtake his former teammate in Oscar Piastri? He tries to go right round the outside, but Piastri seems to have the better measure. But not about Norris. Norris will have the race in line, going into turn 3. The side-by-side, but Norris has the move. And Norris is up to P2. Piastri, though, decides to come in at the end of lap 17 onto 18, and he will go on to a set of hard compound tyres, which might not be the best move. We'll have to wait and see about that. As we move to the end of lap 19, then we have come in then for our one and only stop. Norris is still going on, so he'll be on to meet softs as well. You can see Piastri, Verstappen is up there as well. Sonoda, though, is clear, as we were busy battling. He's got the undercut. Question is, can he take those mediums to the end? Will we be able to take our softs to the end? Will they perform? That is the question. I don't know, but anyways, we come out the pits. We come out behind Verstappen, just in front of Alex Albon, and we're just going to try and make easy work of Max Verstappen as we go to the outside here, and it's just an easy move as well, up to P4. That's why we set purple middle sector. But these tyres all of a sudden didn't feel great. We were just as soon as they got to the second lap, they just felt dreadful, and Verstappen is all over us. I don't know what it is, but we seem to have some sort of issue, whether it's front wing. We'll have a look at that. Even though it's not indicating front wing, it's just an issue. We've got Albon now going to go at this as well. Norris is there in the background. We're starting to cause a queue. We're losing time to Piastri in the race win. We led this race. There was a chance of us actually winning it, but alas, not to be. I did make that change, thinking if there was a safety car to go back to mediums as well. But yes, tyre wear is not really that high, so I don't think it's the tyre. Whereas again, Albon has a go at us in that final corner, and that's going to, Albon is really now under pressure after a poor exit as Norris down the inside of Verstappen. Can he switch it to the outside of turn 2? And Verstappen has a poor exit out of turn 2, and Norris is past as well. And that is again Albon going defensive on Albon, on Norris. Norris hops the curb, but is able to keep the position. So Norris is on fire. Up at the front, behind us, by the way, excuse me, there's Porsche's moved in along. We've got Perez, De Vries, Sainz and Drugovic. So AlphaTauri, and there's Magnussen there in the background. AlphaTauri, if there's a mistake up the road, they can get some points here, which will be crucial for their battle at the bottom with the bottom 3 teams of Williams and Williams and Haas, as we've again been attacked this time by Lando Norris, who just sent it there. I wasn't really expecting him to send it here, but he just dived it down the inside. I gave him as much room as I could, bearing in mind I saw him late, and this confirms it. Our issue seems to be front wing damage. Look at the end plate, seems to be damaged, and it's just causing me issues. Even though Mark says there's nothing wrong with it, I think there is. Something has gone. I don't know how we managed to get that front wing damage, but we have as well. And that's Albon coming back at Norris. And maybe even with our damage, maybe the softs are not as good as the mediums or the hard tyres here. Bit interesting there, as you see Porsche in the background. But now we've got Albon. He's out of DRS zone. DRS of us, and Albon, he goes deep, he's locked up, he comes back on circuit dangerously and gives Norwich front wing damage, and that's going to allow Porsche to get in front of both of them, of both Verstappen and Norris. Yeah, that was a dangerous rejoin, but Albon didn't get a penalty for that. That's just the way things are. Meanwhile, his teammate Oscar Piastri is dominating this season, and then he's going to take the race win away from Yuki Tsunoda. Got the DRS, and that's Piastri's won the Grand Prix. behind, now that Norris has made a pit stop, this is now battle for P9 between Sainz and Drugovich. And Drugovich is having a go at Carlos Sainz, but Sainz is able to keep in front just for now. We have issues on the penultimate lap. Fuel. Underfueled. It was a bit of a gamble because of our starting position, and yeah, you know, even though I had like 3.75 laps of fuel, you know, we actually ended up on low fuel mode on as we come out to the line. Can we keep it in front of Verstappen? Just about. So we've thrown away a podium. We could have had a podium there, and instead it's P5. Our teammate is the one that stands on the podium, and it's our teammate that really is able to takes a full advantage. To be fair to Teo, you know, it was a good recovery from him after a poor start. You know, he had solid race pace. I didn't really have that much race pace, but then again, I think we could have possibly gone faster had we not have that damage and had the soft tyres really not been miserable as well. So yeah, Teo moves up to P5. We're down to P7, 11 points with Esteban Ocon. But Piastri is now 35 points clear of Alex Albon. It might just be championship over for the drivers. And if you think it's championship over in the drivers' championship, well, the constructors' championship is definitely over. We have cemented our P3. Mercedes are only just ahead. Not a great day performance for them today, with Russell DNFing Norris down the order in P12. So the Mercedes didn't get any points today. So, you know, that's a big step forward. I think we can get Mercedes in the next episode. Austria. That episode is recorded. That episode will be out hopefully later in the week, or there is a sprint episode and there is a lot to edit as well. But yes, that's where I'm going to leave it today's episode. I enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, see plenty more F123 and F124 driver career mode videos as I'm going to come out. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.